Good day everyone. Today we're going to discuss about the implementing the design curriculum as a change process. So these are the desired learning outcomes. So first is define curriculum implementation. Second is analyze what is change process in curriculum implementation. And the third is explain the process of curriculum implementation. So, what really is the curriculum implementation? So, following the curriculum models of Tyler, Taba, Saylor, and Alexander or Lewis is the next step to the curriculum designing, which is the curriculum implementing. So, curriculum implementation means putting into practice the written curriculum that has been designed in syllabi, course of study, curricular guides, and subjects. So there is a saying, a good plan is work half done. Yes, it is because in order for you to make it 100%, you should have to implement it or execute it in a good way. A curriculum implementation is a process wherein the learners acquire the planned or intended knowledge, skills, and attitudes that are aimed at enabling the same learners to function effectively in the society. So, Ornstein and Hankins in 1998 defined curriculum implementation as the interaction between the curriculum that has been written and planned and the person, which is the teachers who are in charge to deliver it. To them, curriculum implementation implies the following. First is shift from what is current to new or enhanced curriculum. Second is change in knowledge, actions, attitudes of the persons involved. Third is change in behavior using new strategies and resources. And last is change which is requires efforts, hence goals should be achievable. And according to Lux and Lieberman in 1983, they defined the curriculum implementation as the trying out of a new practice and what it looked like when actually used in a school system. It simply means that implementation should bring the desired change and improvements. In the classroom context, curriculum implementation means teaching what has been written in the lesson plan. In a larger scale, curriculum implementation means putting the curriculum into operation in the different implementing agents. That means in classroom, it involves the different strategies of teaching with the support of instructional materials to go with the strategy. In larger scale, the curriculum implementation takes place in class, a school, a district, or division, or the whole educational system. In higher education, the institution or the whole higher educational system, it requires time, money, and personal interaction and also the support in order for you to implement the curriculum. Curriculum implementation as a change process. So there is what we call Kurtz-Lewin's force theory and curriculum change. So Kurtz-Lewin is the father of the social psychology, explains the process of change. The model can be used to explain the curriculum change and implementation. So based on Kurt Lewin force field theory, there are always two forces that oppose each other. These are the driving force and the restraining force. When these two forces are equal, the state is equilibrium or balance. There will be a status quo, hence there is no change. However, when the driving force is overpowers the restraining force, the change will occur. But when the restraining force overpower the driving force, the change is prevented. Categories of curriculum change. McNeil in 2000 categorized curriculum change as follows: substitutions, alteration, restructuring, perturbations, and the value orientation. Substitution means the current curriculum will be replaced or substituted by a new one. Sometimes we call this as a complex overhaul. Examples of substitution is changing an old book to entire new one, not merely revision. Next is alteration. So in alteration, there is a minor change to the current or existing curriculum. For example, instead of using a graphing paper for mathematics teaching, this can be altered by using a graphic calculator. Next is restructuring, means building a new structure would mean major change or modification in the school system, degree, program, or educational system. Example of curriculum will be restructured when there is a significant involvement of parents in the child instead of leaving everything to a teacher. So, using the in-school, off-school, or blended learning curriculum is an examples of restructuring. Perturbation means these are changes that are disrupted, but teachers have to adjust to them within a fairly short time. For example, the principal changes the time schedule because there is a need to catch up with the national testing time. So the teacher has to shorten the schedule to accommodate unplanned extracurricular activities. Next is the value orientations. That means this classification will respond to shift in the emphasis that the teachers provide which are not within the mission or vision of the school or vice versa. For example, when new teachers are recruited in a religious school, give emphasis on academics and forget the formation of values or faith, they need a curriculum value orientations. Likewise, all teachers in public schools undergo teachers induction program, which is a special curriculum for the newly hired teacher. Regardless of the kind of change in curriculum and implementation, the process of change may contain three important elements. As a process, curriculum implementation should be developmental, participatory, and supportive. So it should be developmental in the sense that it should develop multiple perspectives, increase integration, and make learning autonomous. And it should be participatory, especially because other stakeholders like school leaders, parents, and curriculum specialists are necessary. Then it should be supportive because the human support is very much needed. The school leaders should provide full institutional supports to implement the new curriculum. For the evaluation, read the direction, then answer the following question and submit it next meeting.